Be prepared. The final portal of May is opening. But this isn't just a cosmic shift. It's a message, a marker for those who are ready to see. Have you felt it? The quiet pull beneath the surface, the soft yet undeniable signs whispering to your soul. You've always known deep down that you weren't here just to exist. This portal doesn't just open a door, it confirms a truth you've been feeling for lifetimes. You are the chosen one. And now, the universe is asking if you're ready to see what's been waiting for you all along. The signs are subtle, but they're there. Open your eyes, because this is the moment everything changes. As May draws to a close, the energy doesn't just fade. It transforms, subtly yet profoundly. This isn't just another week on the calendar, and it's not merely the ticking of time. It's a crossing point, a vibrational portal that doesn't announce itself with dramatic fanfare, but whispers to those whose souls are awake enough to hear. Have you noticed it? A strange pull beneath the surface, the quiet hum of something shifting. That feeling is not your imagination. It's the universe signaling to you that you're not standing still. You're being invited to step into alignment with a destiny far greater than you imagined. This portal isn't for everyone. It's for those who are ready, who have felt the inner calling long before this moment arrived. If you've been sensing something, a quiet urgency to pause, to breathe, to observe, that's the beginning of your invitation. It's not about rushing forward, it's about standing still long enough to feel the shift beneath your feet, to recognize that the old ways no longer fit, and that something within you is ready to emerge. Have you felt moments of sudden clarity, as if a veil lifted for just a heartbeat? Or perhaps an old fear surfaced, only to dissolve just as quickly, leaving you strangely lighter, freer. These are not coincidences. These are signs. Signs that the universe is aligning you with a frequency you may have sensed in dreams, in déjà vu, or in those fleeting moments where you felt more you than ever before. Ask yourself, what subtle shifts have been showing up in my life lately? Am I willing to see them for what they are? Invitations to step into alignment. This isn't a portal that demands action in the way the world often tells us. It's not about proving your worth or showing your readiness. It's about presence, about listening, about recognizing that the very act of noticing the shift is an indication that you are ready. Have you found yourself pulling away from old conversations, old dynamics, old obligations? That's not rejection or disconnection. That's your system aligning with a higher truth, preparing to shed the weight of what no longer resonates. This portal doesn't just open a doorway, it clears the clutter so you can see the path more clearly. The relationships, ideas, and habits that feel like they're fading aren't being taken from you. They're being cleared because they no longer fit the vibrational pattern you're stepping into. There's a reason why the energy feels strange, why conversations feel either too heavy or too hollow, why certain things you once cared about now feel irrelevant. This portal is refining your focus, sharpening your awareness, pulling your attention away from the noise and toward the truth you've always carried within. Have you noticed how your body feels heavier or lighter depending on the choices you make, the people you spend time with, the thoughts you entertain? That's your energy field realigning. It's your system showing you, through sensation and intuition, where the path lies. It's a subtle yet powerful sign that you are already attuned to this final portal of May. Ask yourself, am I willing to listen to my body, to my emotions, to my inner knowing, even when it doesn't make logical sense? Am I ready to let go of what feels heavy, to trust that the clearing is making space for something more aligned? This portal is not just a gateway to something new. It's a confirmation, a reminder that you've always been walking this path, even when you couldn't see it clearly. That the signs, the whispers in dreams, the quiet nudges, the synchronicities have been guiding you here all along. It's not about arriving at a destination. It's about recognizing that you've already crossed the threshold. And now, as May's final days unfold, the universe is asking if you're ready to see yourself, not as someone searching, but as someone found. Pause, breathe, feel the shift. Let the silence between your thoughts be the space where truth rises. You don't have to force it. You don't have to chase it. You only have to recognize that this portal has already opened, and it's waiting for you to step through. With eyes open, with heart ready, with the knowing that you were always meant to walk this path. Once you've felt the pull of the portal, the universe doesn't leave you without a map. But this map isn't written in obvious directions or loud proclamations. It's etched in symbols, sensations, and subtle shifts that those attuned to their inner frequency can recognize. And as this final portal of May unfolds, those signs will begin to emerge, if you're willing to see them. Have you noticed how your thoughts seem sharper, like you're seeing through old illusions that once trapped you? Or maybe it's more subtle, an instinctive knowing that something is aligning, even if you can't yet articulate what. This isn't a coincidence. It's the energy of the chosen one awakening in you, a quiet reminder that you were never truly disconnected, only distracted. These signs aren't grand gestures. They're the soft hum of recognition in your chest, the gentle pull toward a truth you've been dancing around for lifetimes. It might show up in a sudden synchronicity. A phrase you've been thinking appears on a billboard. A song that speaks to a question you didn't even know you were asking. Or perhaps you've been waking up at strange hours, your mind alert while the world sleeps, as if the universe itself is whispering secrets in the stillness. Have you felt your emotions surging more intensely, your dreams growing more vivid, your heart aching with an unexplainable longing? That's not just emotional turbulence, it's energetic alignment. It's the resonance between your human self and your higher self amplifying, tuning you into the frequency of the chosen. Ask yourself, what messages have been showing up in my life, not with words, but with feeling? What am I sensing that my mind is still trying to rationalize away? The signs aren't always comfortable. Sometimes they show up as friction, old relationships suddenly falling apart, plans unraveling, unexpected detours in your life's path. But these aren't setbacks. They're course corrections. The universe doesn't waste energy. When something falls away, it's because it no longer aligns with the path your soul has chosen. It's not rejection, it's redirection. Have you noticed how your energy responds differently to people and places? You might feel drained around certain individuals, or conversely, energized by others. That's your field adjusting, showing you where your alignment strengthens and where it diminishes. Pay attention, these shifts aren't random. They're signals of where you're meant to invest your attention, your time, your heart. Ask yourself, am I willing to honor the spaces and relationships that nourish me, even if it means letting go of those that drain me? Am I ready to step into my truth, even if it means standing alone for a while? This portal doesn't just reveal the signs, it demands that you act on them. But action doesn't mean force. It means alignment. It means choosing the path that resonates with the frequency you feel rising within, even if it's quieter than the world's noise. You might feel moments of deep stillness, where the mind goes silent, and for a heartbeat, you're just here. That's not emptiness, that's presence. That's the chosen one frequency anchoring into your body, your thoughts, your breath. It's the universe showing you that you don't need to chase what's already aligned. You need only to receive it. Have you felt yourself pulling away from the need to explain, to justify, to be understood? That's not isolation. That's sovereignty. That's the realization that your path doesn't require validation. It only requires your truth. In these moments, as the final portal of May unfolds, you'll feel the invitation. Not to join the noise, but to step into the silence. To recognize the signs not as external confirmations, but as internal alignments. To feel deeply and without doubt that you are already carrying the frequency of the chosen one. Pause. Breathe. Feel the signs around you and within you. The quiet knowing, the synchronicities, the emotional surges, the dreams that feel more real than waking life. These aren't just hints. They're the universe's way of saying, you're ready. The path is unfolding. Trust it. As this portal of May's final days continues to unfold, the energies around you are shifting at a pace that can feel dizzying. It's not just the collective noise or the emotional tides of those around you. It's the frequency of the portal itself, pulling you into a deeper alignment with your higher self. And here's the truth. While the signs may be subtle, the pull toward distraction is anything but. Have you noticed how easy it is to be swept into the world's chaos right now? The sudden urges to check your phone, to rehash old stories, to react to external triggers? That's not failure. That's the mind's resistance to the stillness this portal is asking of you. The universe isn't asking you to do more. It's asking you to be more present, more aware, more aligned with the quiet truth that hums beneath the noise. Because here's the paradox. As the world spins faster, your task is to slow down, to breathe, to anchor. Ask yourself, where have I been letting the noise pull me out of alignment? What distractions am I using to avoid the silence where my truth resides? The chosen path isn't always comfortable. It often asks you to walk alone, to step back from conversations that no longer resonate, to hold your ground when others expect you to waver. But it's in this space, this stillness amidst the storm, that the surreal magic happens. You begin to hear the whispers of your own soul, clear and undeniable. Have you felt a strange clarity amidst the confusion? Like an anchor in your chest that stays steady even as your mind races? That's your truth. That's the alignment this portal is calling you into. But you can only access it if you're willing to slow down, to sit in the discomfort of not knowing, to trust that the clarity you seek isn't out there. It's already within you. Here are a few ways to stay anchored as the energy swirls around you. Daily grounding practice. Even 5 minutes of quiet breathing, feeling your feet on the earth, can reset your system. Imagine roots growing from the soles of your feet into the ground, anchoring you in presence. Digital detox moments. Set intentional times to step away from screens, news, and conversations that pull you into reaction. Notice how your energy shifts when you reclaim this space. Mantra or affirmation. Repeat a simple phrase throughout your day to anchor your awareness. Something like, I am aligned with my truth, or the answers are already within me. Intentional silence. Carve out moments where you simply sit without distraction. No music, no tasks, just presence. This is where the soul speaks loudest. Movement as medicine, gentle stretching, mindful walking, or even slow dancing can help move stagnant energy and reconnect you with your body's wisdom. Ask yourself, am I willing to prioritize my inner alignment, even if it means disappointing external expectations? Can I trust the silence to show me the truth I've been seeking? The mind will resist. It will tell you there's too much to do, too many demands, too many unknowns. But the deeper truth is that none of those things can ground you. Only presence can. Only the quiet recognition that your worth isn't tied to productivity, your truth isn't measured by others' opinions, and your path doesn't need external validation. Have you felt moments where your usual reactions suddenly felt hollow, where you caught yourself before falling into old patterns? That's not just coincidence, it's mastery. It's the evidence that your system is recalibrating, that you're anchoring in the truth beneath the surface chaos. Pause, breathe, feel your feet on the ground, let the noise fall away. Listen to what remains, because in that space, you'll find not just clarity, you'll find yourself. This portal isn't about escaping the world, it's about anchoring so deeply in your truth that the world's noise can't shake you. So the question isn't, how do I stay grounded? The question is, am I willing to claim the peace that's already mine? Am I ready to let the silence show me who I've always been? Because the portal is open and the clarity you seek is waiting for you, not in the noise, but in the stillness you've been avoiding. As this final portal of May opens wider, the universe isn't asking for complexity. It's asking for presence, for simplicity, for an intentional shift from the external to the internal, from distraction to alignment. Have you felt the urge to simplify lately? To clear space in your environment, your relationships, your mind? That's not a coincidence. That's your system preparing to receive. Because while the world shouts for more, the soul whispers for less. Less noise, less clutter, less resistance. This portal isn't about grand gestures or complicated rituals. It's about creating containers where your energy can align with the subtle frequencies now available. And that alignment begins with intention. Here are a few practices that can help you tune in, ground, and align as the portal unfolds. Sacred space clearing. Find a quiet spot in your home. Light a candle or incense, not for the scent or aesthetics, but as a signal to your system that this is a moment of presence. As you clear the space, speak aloud. I release what no longer serves. I invite clarity, truth, and alignment. Feel the energy shift as you set this intention. Grounding breathwork. Sit comfortably, Spine straight, feet flat on the floor. Inhale deeply for a count of 4, hold for 4. Exhale for 4, hold for 4. Repeat this cycle, imagining each breath pulling scattered energy back into your center. Ask yourself, what energy am I ready to reclaim as my own? Journaling the unspoken. Take a journal or even a scrap of paper. Write without editing. Let the words flow. Fears, doubts, longings, truths you've been avoiding. This is not for analysis. It's for release. Once written, read it aloud, honoring the emotions that surface. Then, safely burn the paper or tear it, symbolizing the shedding of old layers. Silent walking meditation. If possible, step outside, walk slowly, barefoot if you can. Feel the earth beneath you. With each step, repeat silently. I am here, I am anchored, I am aligned. Notice how your body responds, how the mind quiets, how the soul speaks louder. Candlelight contemplation. At night, light a single candle. Sit before it without distractions. Let the flickering flame become your focus. As thoughts arise, gently return to the flame. In the stillness, ask yourself, what is my soul trying to tell me in this silence? These rituals are not rules, they are invitations, openings for you to step out of the external rush and into the internal truth that's already waiting for you. Have you noticed resistance when trying to slow down, to sit in stillness? That resistance isn't failure. It's the mind's fear of what the silence might reveal. But ask yourself, am I willing to face what's waiting in the quiet? Am I ready to release the old stories, even if I don't yet know what replaces them? As the portal peaks, you might feel a pull to reconnect with parts of yourself you've ignored. A desire to return to creativity, to movement, to laughter. Honor these urges. They are the soul's way of recalibrating, of reminding you that alignment isn't about perfection, it's about presence. Have you felt the subtle shifts when you allow yourself to pause, even for a moment? That's the portal's energy meeting you, whispering, this is who you are beneath the noise. This isn't about forcing anything. It's about allowing. Allowing your system to align with the higher frequencies that are available now. Allowing your breath to anchor you. Allowing the truth to rise from within, not from external validation or approval. Pause, breathe, feel the shift in your body, the quiet expansion in your chest, the lightness that comes from letting go. These moments, simple, intentional, present, are where the real alignment happens, not in rituals performed out of obligation, but in those done with devotion, with a willingness to meet yourself exactly where you are. The portal isn't asking for perfection, it's asking for honesty, for presence, for a willingness to meet yourself in the stillness and say, I'm ready. As the final portal of May reaches its peak, something within you is already shifting, not loudly, but undeniably. You may not be able to name it just yet. You might feel it as a subtle release, a sudden realization, a soft but persistent clarity that whispers, the old chapter is done. But what happens now, as we step beyond this gateway and into the vast unknown of the next phase? First, it's important to understand that this shift isn't about a dramatic, overnight transformation. The realignment you're stepping into is layered, gradual, and deeply personal. It's not about external milestones or visible achievements. It's about the quiet unraveling of what no longer fits and the gentle weaving of new frequencies into your everyday existence. Have you felt a growing sense of discomfort in spaces or relationships that once felt familiar? That's not you becoming distant or disconnected. That's your energetic field recalibrating, making space for a new vibration that can't coexist with old patterns. Ask yourself, where in my life am I noticing resistance? Not because something's wrong, but because something is trying to evolve. Am I willing to trust that this discomfort is not a setback, but a signal? Beyond this gateway, the universe is inviting you to move with more intention. This doesn't mean rigid control or perfection. It means listening to the subtle cues, the inner knowing, the gut feelings that are becoming louder as external noise fades. You might find yourself making decisions that surprise even you, stepping away from certain dynamics, saying no to things that once felt essential, or feeling drawn toward paths that don't make logical sense but resonate deeply. Have you noticed moments of unexpected courage rising in you lately? The impulse to speak a truth you've held back, to stand up for yourself in ways you never imagined? That's not coincidence. It's a sign that your energy is aligning with a deeper sense of sovereignty. It's the universe confirming. You're no longer available for what diminishes your light. This new chapter isn't about rushing forward. It's about moving with deliberate grace. There will be moments when the path feels unclear, when old fears resurface, when you're tempted to fall back into familiar loops. But remember, you're not the same. The you who stands at the threshold of this new cycle is more anchored, more aware, more attuned to the truth that has always been waiting beneath the surface. Pause and ask yourself, what small but powerful shifts have I already noticed in myself? Am I willing to honor those shifts, even if others don't understand them? Beyond the final gateway of May, you'll find that synchronicities increase. The right words, the unexpected opportunities, the quiet confirmations will appear when you least expect them. But these aren't just random blessings. They're mirrors of your internal alignment. They reflect the energetic clarity you've cultivated, the space you've created by releasing what no longer serves. And as you move forward, you'll notice something else. A growing detachment from urgency. The need to force outcomes, to control timelines, to seek validation, all of it begins to fade. In its place arises a deep, abiding trust in the natural flow of life, in the divine timing that can't be rushed or manipulated. Have you felt glimpses of this detachment already? A quiet knowing that what's meant for you will not pass you by, no matter how loudly the world insists you should chase it? That's the essence of this shift. It's the peace that comes not from external circumstances, but from the inner alignment. Beyond this gateway, you'll find yourself standing on a threshold where old cycles have dissolved, but new ones haven't fully formed. This liminal space can feel unsettling, like standing between worlds. But it's also where the magic happens, where potential crystallizes into reality, where seeds planted in intention begin to sprout in unexpected ways. In this space, it's crucial to stay connected to your inner truth, to resist the pull of distractions, the temptation to fill the quiet with noise, the impulse to rush into the next thing. Instead, let yourself linger in the silence, in the presence, in the spaciousness that allows new possibilities to emerge organically. Ask yourself, am I willing to let the new version of me unfold without forcing it into shape? Can I trust the process, even when I can't see the destination? Because here's the truth. The final portal of May isn't an ending, it's a beginning, not of something imposed from outside, but of something rising from within. And the more you honor that inner rising, the more effortlessly the external world will begin to reflect your newfound alignment. Pause, breathe, feel the quiet expansion within you. Listen to the whispers of your own soul, because beyond this gateway, the universe isn't asking you to become someone new. It's inviting you to finally embody who you've always been.